Nick a mouthful of that Bulmers and start your intro.
Hi there, I'm Booker, talking this evening with Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am Havoc.
You know, every time we do a video, I think you're just so full of shit, it's fucking funny. it's just mad. Right, Booker, dude, the reason why I pulled you out of Eve Space today, dude, is because we were talking about a post by another merc called Red Rebel Cork, and the response that one of the devs gave to him, CCP Wolfman, about the point scoring for that area scanning and stuff. I don't scan because I predominantly run starter free suits and proto heavies. You're more of the logi scanner ankle stabber. So what are your takes on it, mate?
Yeah. Well, as you well know, ankle stabbing has been ripped from me because now the aiming has been fixed, so I don't need to stab ankles anymore. So that's fine. I have skilled up to the very first level of scanners, and I quite liked using it, but I don't bother too much because it doesn't score me any points. And therein lies the issue with scanning. Quite why it was introduced without any sort of more pointage you get allocated to it, I'm not sure, but good old CCTV Wolfman has said in the post we're talking about that they are definitely introducing more points for scanning. Thank goodness for that, because I think I would definitely start using it a lot more often if you're getting more points for it.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to make the war point system work for scanning, because it's not quite as simple as you think it would be. Do you give points because somebody you've scanned gets shot by one of your squad members, or because the other point is, of course, it's that your information from your scan will only go to your fellow squad members
and not the team. Yeah.
It won't go to the team.
Is that what Wolfman said? It's only going to go for a squad and not the team itself.
Yeah, he suggested it makes for a more exciting gameplay mechanic, so I'll have...
Oh, I'm up for that.
Yeah, we'll take his word on that. I think it's a little bit unrealistic as far as game canon goes. With 21,000 years in the future, sure they'd have the technology to pass your scan results around to anybody that is on your team. So, that doesn't quite work for me on that score. But if it makes the game a better game because just your squad members and you're working within your squad, then fair play. Maybe when we can start using our own MCCs, then the commander will be able to relay those sort of information to the whole team. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. You see, I think you touch on quite a good point there with point scoring, or Wolfman has, and you sort of, talked about it. I've noticed there's quite a few deficits in the point system. Hacking, the back hacking and the laving. Those are the sort of three main areas I've noticed like a real problem. When you initially hack, you say you go to objective B and it's already red. You then hack the objective, and you don't get any points until the virus is fully uploaded. I don't think that's right. I think you should get, let's just say, 200 points for the initial hack, and then a further 150 points, let's say, or 300, whatever, for the actual full-on hack. Once the virus is fully uploaded, that will then make the game more objective-based than KD-based. With the... Sorry, yeah? What were you saying?
Yeah, the back hacking has been, a major issue from the very, very beginning. Why on earth? Yeah, it takes you twice as long, probably,
it does,
to back hack. And you're sitting there, you're vulnerable, you're doing the best job you can by stopping that virus from uploading.
Yeah.
And there's no points in it at all. So what people do is they sit and wait for it to fully upload, and then they go in and hack it, which completely doesn't make sense.
Because you're leaving yourself exposed in the area until that virus is uploaded. Or if you're hacking, you're very vulnerable because you can't see what's behind you. you know,
Yeah.
and you're heavily dependent on your team. And if you're lone wolfing it in a instant skirmish match, which 9 times out of 10 people do lone wolf it in, you know, it's quite demanding, and often people come around from a corner and shoot your face off.
Yeah, and of course, you know, it's not encouraging the team and squad play that I think certainly that does developers are trying to encourage. You know, I think there is you gave quite a large figure for allocating points for a backpack there, and that was we have discussed this more often than that. I think there could be more points available for the supporting roles. That does gives us the opportunity to do. Obviously, you know, I play a Logi a lot, so there are a lot of supporting roles that I'm aware of and that I do, and I do think that like, you know, we discussed the labs before as well.
Yeah,
the fact they get
yeah.
no points for their actual the
Yeah,
whole reason
yeah.
for them. Original reason for them to be created was to be Logi labs. Well, all we've actually done is created very, very tough vehicles that run everybody over.
Yeah,
because
and
they don't
my
get points for
proto forge
anything
gun
else.
can't even dent them, man. So yeah, it's very frustrating when you have a proto lav and he not proto lav, sorry, a Logi lav running around, and your proto forge gun can only like dent half his shield, and it's like he still runs away laughing at you. Then he comes around the corner again and runs your ass over. But I
of course,
don't,
if you're
I
a
don't
logistics
pity the guy
lav and
because
you're-
he's got no other way of scoring points in that lav.
Yeah, and if you're a logistics lab and you're sitting somewhere repairing somebody, you want to be able to take a few hits, and that's fair enough. You know, you
Yes,
should
I
be
agree with
tough.
that. Yes.
So, but it hasn't got that role, so because it doesn't get points for that, so you can understand why people are abusing its toughness. Scanning hopefully is going to be fixed because there's no points for that at the moment. And I just do believe to encourage more of the team play roles that I think BCP are trying to get into dust, that there could be more points available for revives, for
Oh,
repairing,
definitely
for
revives.
um, you know, you get the same amount of points as for a kill, but you know, I don't know. I think it'd be people would be very happy to carry a nanite injector around if they were getting 100 points rather than 50 points for a revive.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and people, if it was just more objective based, say, you know, you could attack an area, and whilst you attack that area within a certain radius of attacking that area, marked by your team leader, you then attack the area, capture the null cannon. Because your team leader has got the attack order on it, you get points for that attack. Your team leader then gets points for putting that attack order on that, you know, objective, tank, person, vehicle, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it could also be the same with defending. You know,
Well,
you had an idea about defending, didn't you, Booker?
I really like the idea that if a defend order has been put on something, it doesn't have to be a null cannon, it could be a supply depot, it could be a CRU, whatever, a point on the map. And I really like the idea that you're giving an incentive to stay there in position and defend as you've been asked. But there's no incentive to do that right now. So everybody's running to where the action is. So if all the action is at Bravo, everybody runs over to there because they think they're going to get some kills or do some repairing or whatever. Try and get some points somewhere. But if you've got a defend order, your squad has got a defend order on a point, and you stay there within a certain radius defending that point, and say that you're given, say, 30 points every 30 seconds, 60 points a minute, whatever, however the scoring system worked, for you to stay in that position. Well, it starts being worth your while to stay in that position. But what then that also do is that encourages people to come and attack your position because you're not going to them.
Yeah, true.
So you're bringing kills to you, hopefully, and you're
Acquiring points in the process.
acquiring points in the process. And I also think it would help with the red line situation, because you're one second, yeah, because you're people if you've got defend order at a point, you might as well sit and defend a point rather than sit on a red line and not find anybody to shoot. So that, of course, gives the opportunity for a team that's getting red line to come out and invites them onto a point that you're defending. So I just think it would help make the battlefield more fluid and give points for supporting roles. You can have, and I think points for suppression tactics, for certain types of attacking. I just think there's a lot more scope for giving really good points out for stuff that real armies do, but people are just going for their kill-death ratio really at the moment, and that's everything's a glorified deathmatch. That's how I feel.
I've noticed that everything lately, I wouldn't say all the time. It's just that lately, why go hack an objective where I only get, I think it's 150 points for the hack, where I can go kill 3 people and get the same amount of points. It's the way I see it at the minute. It's not really an objective-based game. It's a kill-death ratio-based game.
Yeah.
So people run around with the easy kills, and the easy kills at the minute, personally for me, what was the Flaylock or the Gaylock pistol. It's the Logilev. I'm not necessarily bothered by the that noob tube thing that people have. What's that called? That noob tube thing?
The mass driver.
Yeah. The mass driver. Oh right, yeah.
Well, they've certainly come back with a vengeance actually with the Gaylocks nerfing. So really enjoying the mass driver masses right now. But yeah, I think a bit like you say, making things more objective based, giving more support role points, and so that it's just people don't feel the imperative to be at the top of the kill-death ratio league all the time. And I really think I'd love to find a way to stop the kill-death ratio being paramount within Dust. Sorry, for there to be other ways in which people are measured, their worth is measured within the game. There's not just basically what your kill-death ratio is.
Well, we did discuss this a bit earlier on about biomass termination. You could get points depending on how much carnage you've caused, basically. Biomass terminated, then it would go against your sort of deaths. So if you killed 5 and you died 10 times, well then you're going into the negative scores for your team. So that's an idea, and not necessarily the idea, but an idea.
Well, it was a light bulb moment that I had, but there was essentially that, and it was kind of linked in with kill assists and kills, because sometimes you empty a magazine into somebody and somebody pops up and puts 1 bullet in them, gets the kill, and you run off ever so
kill
pleased,
stealing.
25
I love
point
kill stealing
assist.
with my military gear.
Thank you. Yeah. It would be much nicer if you had a points total for a kill, say it's 50 points at the moment, and you put 90% of the bullets in, that you would get 90% of the points for that kill, and the person who put the last bullet in and got 10% of the kill gets his little 10% of the points. And leading on from that, I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice then to stop seeing scores, well, who got the most kills and who got the least deaths at the end of the game, whether you can convert that into how effective you were at reducing the opposing team's available biomass. So, because clones are obviously produced with biomass.
Yeah.
So, all the percentages of kills, you've got all the kill assists, but the percentage of those kills and the actual kills you got. So every clone in an opposing team is a percentage of the available biomass they have for that battle.
Yes.
So if you caused 90% of the death of that clone, the 100% of the death of that clone, this percent, that percent of the death of that. So at the end of the game, you would essentially have you were responsible for this percentage of the opposing team's loss of biomass. But you're also in the same game responsible for a percentage of your own team's biomass, as in a loss of biomass, as in your deaths. So instead of deaths and kills, it's how much you cause the opposing team to lose biomass, and how much of your own team's biomass you cause to be lost as well.
Yeah, not only that, you could also add on to the fact with the objective-based points, you could add on to that with the hacking, back hacking, left scoring points, biomass elimination. You'd be coming out with effectively more points than what the KD would be coming out with. You know, if you see it in that sort of light.
Well,
the more I think about it, Booker, the more I like it.
Yeah, you just become a positive biomass player or a negative
Terminator,
biomass
yeah.
player. So if you're a Logi and you're out saving lives, then you're putting a positive biomass effort into your team. Then plus the support role points that you get for repairing people and hacking points and scanning, it puts you up onto a par with the guys that go out there and just are murder machines. And fair play to them, that's what they do. But other people have other roles, and I think Dust is all about the roles that a whole team can provide. But it still seems at the moment that it's the guys who go for the big kills numbers. They're always topping the leaderboards, and it would be nice to level that playing field and make people think about doing other things and other roles within a battle, as well as killing people.
No, again, the more I think about it, the more I like it. You know, instead of having the KD guy or the KD guys, because there's more than one. I mean, I'm often back end of the board, back and beyond, because I run around in a cheap suit and I get murked with anything. But
that's because you're a tight ass little terror. What can you say?
Well, I don't want to.
Short arms and long pockets.
I'm cost effective, yeah. I'm not tight. I'm just cost effective.
Yeah.
Whoa. Militia gear's OP, yeah? I've put down many proto suits in my militia gear.
Yeah.
By kill stealing.
Your militia Gaylock.
Oh, no. I don't run Gaylocks, mate. It's my noob nade and my noob gun. That's all I run.
Yeah.
No, the more I think about it, the more I like it. You know, and instead of having the KD being the sort of main point scoring part of the game, why not make the objectives the main point scorer in the game, and then the kills subject to that?
It's been really great to hear some other people's opinions on some of the things we brought up there, like, you know, defending areas and get points for it, whether anybody comes to attack you or not, and whether you can use biomass as a way to score how effective you are as a soldier within your Dust mercenary army. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks, Booker. Thanks for joining me today, dude. I'll let you get back to your nullsec AFK mining. Thanks for coming, dude. Cheers. Okay, well, real great pleasure talking to you again, Bam, and I will be in a reticule near you sometime soon.
What you want?